Hello friend and welcome. Today's kitchen location is Aalborg, Denmark. Today we'll be making the Danish national dish, which is boiled new potatoes with pork belly and a parsley white sauce. Let's dive right in and get cooking. The dish itself is very simple and so are the ingredients. At the store I've noticed a lot of products have the Danish flag on them and I'm really happy to see that. So we'll start off with some new potatoes with the Danish sign here, milk, pork belly that says Danish crown, must be Danish pigs, flour, parsley, Danish parsley, butter, salt, and here's pepper. If you have white pepper, that would be better. The sauce should actually be very pale and milky, so I may or may not put this dark pepper in, that's all I have. But here are the ingredients, easy peasy, and let's get started. Okay, let's start off roasting our pork belly. You can use bacon as well, and I will be salt and peppering the pork belly because this isn't bacon, this is just raw meat. You might be able to hear the oven preheating in the back. Give all these guys a little salt and pepper. Okay, next we'll pop these in the oven at about 400 Fahrenheit, about 200 Celsius, and we'll watch them. I'm thinking maybe 5 to 7 minutes on each side, maybe as much as 10 minutes or 12, I'm not sure, it'll depend on the thickness of your pork belly. And then we're gonna flip them over, drain off any excess fat, and put them on again the other side for another 5 to 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how crispy they're getting and how you like your pork belly. Next, let's give this guy a haircut and chop up some parsley. Oh, that's pretty slick. Well, almost. Alright, let's give him a haircut. Maybe I'll have enough to do it again. We're going to chop this very fine. We don't want little seaweed chunks floating around in our sauce, so you'll see me rough chopping here and then I'll go back and chop it even finer. Ooh, chopping this sure smells good. Not too much fat has rendered yet. I'm going to flip these guys over and we'll keep doing that until it's nice and crispy how we want it. And I'm going to salt and pepper the other side as well. We have our Danish new potatoes all scrubbed up and put them in this pot, and I'll add some water and we'll boil them for approximately 20 minutes. Alright, let's get the burner on and boil these guys up. We're making progress with our pork belly. This is flipped back onto the first side and they've been in about 12 minutes. I think they need a little more. I have an idea that I'm going to try to gather some of this pork fat and use it in the roux. Actually, there's not a whole lot here. Okay, next we're going to be making the sauce. So first we'll make a roux, and I have put in about 1.5 tablespoons of the rendered pork fat from the pork belly, and this is about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. We do want the buttery flavor, so we'll melt this down and then we'll add the flour, but let's get this melted. Butter is melted, but we'll let it bubble a little bit. There we go. Okay, next we put in some flour. It'll be about 3 tablespoons of flour to 3 tablespoons of fat. And you actually want to cook this for at least a minute to cook the flour. keep moving so you don't burn it, and this is a very pale white sauce, so we want to keep it light if we can. Okay, now we'll start to add our milk. Start with just a little bit at a time to get everything incorporated. Bring it up to temperature. We'll add a little more. And keep adding and stirring till you get the consistency you want. Now we're getting to just about perfect. You can make it as thick or as thin as you like. I think this looks pretty good. And at the very last moment, we're going to put in our parsley. Want to keep it vibrant, so put it in at the very end and then fold it in gently. You don't really want to whisk it or beat it up. Ooh, the color is looking fantastic. Oh, that looks beautiful. All right, we're plating the dish. We have our pork belly. We're putting our beautiful sauce down. Nice drizzle over the potatoes. Wow, that's looking beautiful. Well, the kitchen's a bit of a disaster, but I'm sure it's well worth it. Now for the taste test. Little pork, a little sauce, some potato. This is a very mild flavor, but the creaminess and the buttery part of the roux sauce really accentuates the potatoes, and the pork belly takes it to a whole nother level. Not a huge level. This isn't curry or Thai food. This is Danish food. Very mild, but very enjoyable. This is a comfort platter if I've ever seen one. I think I'm calling this Danish hygge on a plate. Simple ingredients, full of flavor, and it just feels warm and cozy. Thanks for cooking with me today. I'm so glad you were here. If you're enjoying this content, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I've had a great time and I can't wait to see you on the next one. And share this with someone who makes you feel warm and cozy in the kitchen.